Welcome back to Astroidegita Technologies YouTube channel, your go-to channel where we simplify complex data analytics concepts so you can level up your data skills. In today's video, we will learn how to use the SQL pivot function by answering a real-world strategic business question. Let's say you work for an aviation company and you got this mail from your direct manager saying, "We need a quick analysis of booking trends by month and year. Please provide a pivot table showing monthly bookings counts per year, a brief insight summary highlighting peak and low month. Goal is to spot seasonal patterns and underused periods. Thanks." What the business manager wants you to produce is a pivot table that has the year as the row, the month for the at the column, and then you have your value in the cells, just like what we have here. Let's move to SQL, where I will walk you through writing a query using a common table expression and the pivot function to shape your data for easy trend analysis. By the end of this video, you will not only master SQL pivots, but also understand how to turn raw data into insights that drive business decisions. Is this your first time here? Don't forget to subscribe using the button below and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. And if you are a returning viewer, like, comment, and share this video. It helps YouTube show this content to other learners like you. Let's move straight to SQL without further ado. Here we are in SQL. I have already written the query to save us time. Now, let's break it down. This is a CTE. I am using a common table expression here to first calculate the number of bookings per month and year, because CTE helps make complex queries more readable and modular, especially when you need to reuse them in immediate results. That is why I have used CTE here. This part of the query extracts the full name from the booking dates column. Then I rename it as booking month name, right? This other part here, year as booking year, is extracting the year, which is if the year is extracting the part of the year from the date column. Then I name it as booking year. So this other query here, what it does is to count how many bookings occurred for each year and month combined, right? So this is the table name, where status. Now, the where clause here is serving as the filter. So we are filtering the bookings table where the status column is equal to booked. So we are, in a nutshell, we are only counting records where the status is booked. So that is what this city is doing. I now group it using the group by the date name, the month, and the year. So this will change the what it will give us the summary of all the bookings based on the year and the month. Going further, then this other part of the query, this is where the pivot action is being carried out. So what are we doing here? Using the pivot table, using the pivot table function, this will help us to transform those rows into columns. Now, where you now have your column, you will have the row. So it changes the orientation of the data. By doing that, you will now have your results one for each month. So we can quickly visualize and compare monthly. So what we are saying now is you will have your month as column, then we will have the year as our row, then we will now have our values. This helps us to quickly compare and visualize the monthly booking patterns across the years in the data set. Let me break down the query here. So what each of these query is doing is the pivot operator, by using the pivot function here, like I said earlier, it rotates the row based data into columns. So each month becomes a column and the values are summed booking count as we had it in the query above. Now, why that is what is happening here. So by pivot here, this is the pivot function. We now sum all the booking count that we have in our CTE. You can see this is where we recall our CTE from monthly bookings because that is the name of the CTE. We sum the booking count. We are say for booking name in words in January, February, this is a list of the month as represented in our data. We now give it the name is as monthly pivot ordered by the booking year. So this is what this query is, is going to do. So let us execute this query, then you have our result. As you can see, the result we produce, just like we have explained earlier, we have our year, then we have the month as the column. So you can see the value. In 2017, if you observe from January to September, it is 000. So the question is, that is what is happening here. So by pivot here, this is the pivot function. We now sum all the booking count that we have in our CTE. You can see this is where we recall our CTE from monthly bookings because that is the name of the CTE. We sum the booking count. We are say for booking name in words in January, February, this is a list of the month as represented in our data. We now give it the name is as monthly pivot ordered by the booking year. So this is what this query is, is going to do. So let us execute this query, then you have our result. As you can see, the result we produce, just like we have explained earlier, we have our year, then we have the month as the column. So you can see the value. In 2017, if you observe from January to September, it is 000. So the question is, from this data, it means this data started from 2017 and perhaps it was they started operation in October. Perhaps we now have October. Let's make this bold as well. So let we can even give it a border. Okay. Let's make this a bit. Let's give it a color. We can change to white. Likewise, this as well. Oh, let's make it a little bit different. Okay. Now select all of this cell, go to in the home page, conditional formatting, color, interpret your results, then send it to your manager. That's it for today. If you found value in this video, like, subscribe, and share it so YouTube can recommend it to more learners like you who want to grow in data analytics. Thanks for watching. See you next time.